GitHub Issues gets smarter. Actions gets essential upgrades. Dependabot Proxy goes open source. OpenClaw lets you run AI assistants. And Babel 7 takes its final bow. All that and more on this episode of The Download. We're back! Welcome back to another episode of The Download, the show where we cover the latest developer news and open source projects. And please like and subscribe. My name is Cassidy and I'm on the developer advocacy team here at GitHub. Let's get into it. GitHub dropped improved search for issues in public preview, and it's using semantic search to actually understand what you mean and not just what you type. You know how you've searched for authentication bugs and gotten 0 results when you know that there are auth bugs somewhere if you just knew the exact keywords? Well, those days might be over. The new semantic index lets you search using natural language and returns conceptually similar results, even when the wording is different. The team's testing has shown that it's 39% better than traditional search. If you need exact matching, like queries with quotation marks, that works too. This is another step in a series of GitHub Issues improvements, including speed. We've already made issues way faster, with 35% of issue views occurring in under 200 milliseconds, up from 2% at the start of the year, and we're keeping the momentum going. Continuing GitHub Updates, Actions just got a whole suite of improvements that make writing and debugging workflows way less painful. First up, there's a new case function for expressions. Think of it like a case expression in SQL, letting you handle conditional logic. It uses real, actual booleans so you can finally ditch those hacky workarounds you've been using. They've also improved if condition handling to catch common pitfalls, like for example when you have text outside the quote braces markers and it makes that whole expression a string, so it's always truthy. So painful, not that I'm speaking from experience. Anyway, fewer debugging sessions at midnight that I'm personally thrilled by. There's more to Actions improvements here and more coming soon, and you can check them out in the changelog. And finally, last GitHub update, Dependabot Proxy has escaped its private repo and is now open source under the MIT license. Yeah! This unassuming little Go program has been working harder than a caffeinated intern during Hack Week, authoring millions of requests for developers every single month for NPM, Maven, Docker, Cargo, Helm, NuGet, Pip, RubyGems, Terraform, and Git servers like GitHub and Azure DevOps. Why? Because as GitHub engineer Jamie McGee says, security through obscurity is so 2015. Now you can see exactly how your auth works, submit bug fixes, add package support for new ecosystems, and file issues directly with the development team. This is especially helpful for organizations with strict compliance requirements who need to audit every tool in their software supply chain. Your security team will love you for this level of visibility. Now, let's talk about OpenClaw, an open agent platform that's getting a lot of attention right now. After some rebrands, it has settled on the name OpenClaw and just shipped a major release. Here's the pitch. Your assistant, your machine, your rules. OpenClaw runs on your infrastructure, your laptop, home lab, or VPS, and works from the chat apps you already use like WhatsApp or Discord, Telegram, Slack, or Teams. Wherever you are, your AI assistant follows. The team is focusing on security, and it's still working on that industry-wide, unsolved prompt injection problem, reliability, and adding support for more models and providers. It's a rapidly growing project that went from side project to over 100,000 stars on GitHub in less than 3 months, and it'll be an interesting one to watch. We actually interviewed the creator of OpenClaw on Open Source Friday just a few weeks ago, and so we will drop that link in the description below if you want to check it out. Finally, in end of an era news, Babel 7.29 is out, and it's the last of the Babel 7 releases before Babel 8 arrives. This release includes support for defining transpilation targets, plus support for the Babel Core Async API in Babel Standalone. Babel 7 was first released in 2018, so this is genuinely huge. After almost 4 years, it's time to pour one out for all of those transpiled arrow functions. Thank you, Babel 7. That's all from me this week. Stay curious, stay shipping, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!